I think he's in the
office. He was in the shop working on something.
Oh, there he is.
There you go. Show you what got done. We're working on other things on the body and some few other things, and I'll go over all of that. But wood grain turned out really nice. I was just getting done making the skin and everything, putting the skin on, and just doing the lead seam across the top, and I'll sand all that out. I got to do lead right here in this corner, and I'll probably do lead right here in this, and then the door will be done. It kind of got delayed. A lot of other shit's been done. Alright. Now, here we are on the top of the door, finishing out, following out the lead. We're at the top of the door. I got all tubed back together, and went around the lock and everything where it was all there. So, it came out real well. Alright, I'll show it to you later when I'm all done. The lead work's come out real nice. Alright. All the edges been done. All the seams have been welded. Edges have been leaded. Filed out real nice. Everything's ready. All of it's so the way I said is if I put body putty on stuff, it's paper thin. I use it for filling little tiny scratches and evening things out as a glaze more than coating stuff. I know. There's a lot more edge and lead on edges if I have to do body work on it. Where I weld the seam, where I put a roof in, where I put a door seam on a door across the middle like this, where I've done this right across here, take this in. Well, you want to go back and make sure that's all, when that's all welded and everything, it's really nice. And lead just does a nicer job. It never shrinks. It changes, you know, with the metal. It doesn't end up shrinking up and showing you little lines or shrinking areas where your seam was or any defection that way. And it'll be on there 50, 100 years. I mean, I have 30 cars in the other building. The lead is sweet as can be, and it's 1930, so all depends how you do stuff. Alright, I'll show you when I'm putting her on again. Alright, this is where the wind diverter mounts. It's like a wing window that diverts the air on the outside. Real quick, these holes were all blown out, and they had stuffed them full. Well, I went back and welded these up. And see, I welded this up. I got to sand around a little bit more, but all the holes were ripped out, and they had glued and whatever in there. Originally, there were a nut insert like this. It was a different type of nut insert down inside, and so what I'm going to do, if you've seen a nut insert, it's a sleeve that you compress under a little hydraulic compression, and it crushes out a ring on both sides of the metal. And as you see it, they have teeth all in it, so they bite in and they won't turn when you put a screw in it. And these are just standard 1/4-20 screws, and I just getting ready to put the nut inserts in, like I said, and they just slide in your hole, and then I'll put the hydraulic little tool on there and pump them up. All right. Now, your music, man. I just live with it, you know. You're over there dancing to it. Anyway, hey, everybody, this is a little bit of last lead work. I've done the corner. I showed you where I was doing that. Well, I'm doing lead around the top. Put the nut inserts in, and I'm going to lead right over this corner and around where this was. And that's all tanning butter on that right at the moment, so it's kind of dirty looking. That's acids that'll attach to the metal and clean the metal. And right there you can see two little dents. That's where somebody had a mirror attached. I had a couple holes there. I welded them up, and we're going to lead that up real quick, and it'll smooth that out real nice. And I let it back here. I'm gonna wipe it clean. I'll show you again real quick in a minute. Hold on. Alright, I just rinsed off all the residue from putting butter on it and cleaning, and it's mainly like a flux. Anybody that's done soldering or anything. But there it is, all nice and clean. This is the piece that I'm getting ready to do down here. And then I'm gonna do this spot right here. So, alright. And we're still stuck in the zone of Harlem's music. Yeah. Evening, sun's going down. See y'all later. That'll totally get away where the original weld was there, and it had original lead. We removed it because it had rust underneath the original lead. A lot of times lead can look really nice and have rust hidden under it. Look really good and be well bonded. And because you've stripped it down and the material that was on there was dried out over 50 years, now you put nice soft wet material on it. The material gasses out where the old lead was. Sometimes you can get away with body puttying and stuff like that over it. It'll be a temporary fix. See where you get a little blister right there? You just take it, dab it in, reheat it a little bit, and pull it down. And they go away. Except there's a little air pocket. The overdraft, I let a lot fall in while I'm doing it so I can get my edge really nice. I roll it and I do my tanning butter down into the edge. And that way it's rolled off down in here. What?
All the epoxy that's on the door?
Yeah, all this right around where I was and stuff. You know, the epoxy that's on it, it's going to get replaced. Some of it was kept just while we were treating it and working on it and how much damage we had. So, we're almost done. turned out real nice. Plenty there to use and go with.
Yeah, the style's fine.
Yep. Alright, I'm going to do my last little spot on the door of lead. This is where the mirror was on the door. Somebody had it screwed on. The mirror doesn't go there. So we welded up the holes. They're a little deviated back and forth, so I'm just going to lead a little spot, sand it, and be gone.